Welcome to OSRS Mobile, episode 12. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, we are working on old school RuneScape's most difficult challenge, maxing an entire account. And here we are kicking off with a level in fletching. We are about to achieve 93 fletching with Veil Totems in Varlamore's latest expansion. Very fun, very quick XP, and there it is, 93 fletching. It doesn't unlock me anything quite yet, but that brings us to a 2198 total level. Super excited. We are only 2 levels away from achieving 2200 total level, which will give us unlimited access to any world that we want to choose, which is going to be fantastic to have no limitations. I'm going to go ahead and just rummage through these Veil offerings, see if we can't get anything unique here before we jump into the next grind of the day, which is going to be construction, because I just got mahogany planks at the GE. That notification just came in, and I am excited to start leveling up with some fast experience construction training. So let's see if we can't jump in and gain a level or two today, possibly get close to maxing. We are flying through our construction level here, about to achieve 97 construction. In just a moment, I have switched up to mahogany tables, which have been very fast compared to oak dungeon doors in the basement of my player-owned house. I highly recommend for the last couple of levels, if you don't mind spending the extra GP. I feel that this is completely worth it for mobile. It has saved me a lot of tapping, and my fingers are going to thank me for it for the next couple of levels, that is for sure. It is a big time save, but this has been about a good hour and a half grind or so, but there we are, 97 construction. I can build a nice marble staircase. And in terms of the experience rates that I'm getting for mahogany tables versus oak dungeon doors, I was getting about 430k on dungeon doors, and right now I'm achieving 630,000 XP an hour here with the mahogany table. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't push up one more level. I bought enough planks to get me to 98 construction, and then I'm going to need to do a quick bank rebuild to get some of that GP back. So I am off to go ahead and refuel at the bank and possibly work on a little bit of herb lore before I jump back into construction, just to get my fingers well rested. In between my construction training, I decided to do a little bit of AFK herb lore. I have been slacking on my daily potion making, and I decided to go ahead and just train up a full level to make up for it. Herb lore is another viable skill, and I really wanted to level out my bank to see where I am at in terms of my overall bank value. I've spent about 70 million so far of my total bank value, so it's been hurting to say the least, but we are about to gain a level on herb lore to level 95. There it is, 95 herb lore. Doesn't get me anything besides 2200 total level. What an achievement. I am taking a step back to just high five myself. Congratulations to anyone that's made it to 2200. This has taken a long time, and the grind is real. We're only 77 levels away from maxing our account, and I could not be more excited. I'm going to jump back in to some construction shortly because we are pushing ever so close to 99 there. I have enough planks at the GE I'm about to buy to get me to 98. So let's go ahead and keep the grind going. Don't forget those small achievements along the way. 2200 is a really big achievement. Real excited. Let's continue the grind. Now, this is not construction. I noticed that I was only a couple thousand XP away from 93 woodcutting. There it is. Always want to take a step back to look at all your skills and get them up accordingly. This is something that is now my AFK skill, as mining is taking forever to get to 99. Woodcutting redwood trees is a really convenient method to level up a passive skill, and it's also very close to a bank, so I can go ahead and teleport out and do herb lore when I have a little bit more playtime in my session. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish off this inventory, maybe another one or two at most, before I dive back into the construction grind and get that effort elusive 98 construction. It should only take about 2 hours at most if I am being very diligent, considering the XP rates are 600 plus 1,000 experience an hour. Really excited about that and the time save over Oak Dungeon Door. So let's go ahead and jump into the construction content and get to mobile maxing. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. We are finally at the tail end of 97 construction, about to level up here and get very close to maxing yet another skill. Unfortunately, I am out of blanks and I am up to the mercy of the GE to continue this grind to 99, as it's the most expensive level. As you can imagine, the experience is going to be about 1.2 mil. But there it is, 98 construction. I can't believe that I started this grind only about a week or a week and a half ago, and I've pushed up over 10 levels. So if you focus in and put all of your determination in one skill, you can really achieve greatness. So don't hold yourself back from tackling a skill that might not be the most enjoyable. Push yourself, and I guarantee you can really get some great experience rates out of it and some gains. It only takes a little bit of dedication, and once this is done, I can push on to any skill I want, which is going to be very exciting. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. As I said, I am broke at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the bank and maybe do some Slayer. Now I am doing some Tormented Demons. This is a task from a few episodes ago that I had stored, and it is now unstored. I can still pick up another task if I wanted to, but I am getting very close to 500 total KC at Tormented Demons, so I should be getting close to the drop rate for either the Burning Claws or the Tormented Synapse, which would be a really good bank buffer for me with the viable skills that I'm training, albeit Herblore, Construction, and very soon I'm going to be doing some prayer. So pray with me on getting a big drop, and hopefully we can get something to really bolster up the bank value here in a moment. But if not, I might go ahead and just pick up another task. We'll see how much Tormented Demons I can go ahead and do. Considering construction really tired out my hands on mobile, I think I might jump into something a little bit more AFK than Tormented Demons, but I'm going to go ahead and push through as many as I can get in the next hour or two. But let's see if we can't get a big drop, and hopefully I'll see you guys in a moment with a big drop. And if not, again, the Tormented Demons do have a okay drop table. They do drop some rune plate bodies and battle staffs, which is enough to cover the cost of my supplies during these runs, in addition to give me just a little bit of GP back, which is all that I'm looking for. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Nothing too eventful on my Tormented Demon task. I did not complete it, but after about 90 minutes, I wanted to go ahead and start my next grind, which is going to be Prayer. I have over 500,000 experience to get to my next level at 2202 total, and I would like to start chipping away on Prayer, and the preparation method is going to be the Varlamore Rallo's Rise training at the Libation Bowl. This is something that I did a couple of episodes ago and thought it was amazing. So I put a bid in for 15,000 Dragon Bones that I've just sold. So I am prepping the Sunfire Splinters into the jugs of wine, and then I'm going to go ahead and bless those bones at Rallo's Rise and go ahead and start chiseling those down to bone shards, bless bone shards, and then start grinding out Prayer. I think I'm going to get 97 Prayer from the 15,000 bones, which is going to be great. So I'm going to go ahead and jump forward to that. So I did not get all 15,000 Dragon Bones, as there is a buy limit of 7,500, but the 7,500 I got, I'm going to go ahead and bless and chisel down, and hopefully by the time I'm done with this, however long it takes me, the other bones will go ahead and sell, as I'm going to go ahead and go back to some AFK woodcutting until I get the bulk of 15,000 bones from the GE. I want to do this all in one go. I would like to just do a nonstop grind all the way till 97 prayer, as I think you can get upwards of 1,000,000 experience per hour, which is just mind-blowing, and I'm really excited to go ahead and jump forward to that. As you can see, my cash stack is dwindling with all these buyable skills here. It's getting very, very sad, but I am happy because once I get these levels up, I will never have to achieve them again, and that is going to be the beautiful part about maxing an account. There will be no more buyable skills down the road. So I'm going to go ahead and continue chiseling these bone shards down, and then once I am finished going back to some AFK woodcutting or maybe even some more herb lore potions, and once those other bones go ahead and sell from the GE, I'll chisel those down, and for you guys it will be a second, and I will let you know how long that process actually took. So I'll see you guys in a second. So that took over a day to complete, believe it or not. I had to wait for the buy limit to go ahead and clear for the other 7,500 dragon bones, but that is the end of this batch in just a moment here, and I have nearly 900,000 blessed bone shards in the bank. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this inventory off and go ahead and rebank and get the process started for some good old-fashioned prayer level. Can't wait to see all this GP down the drain in only a couple of hours. So I'll see you guys once I get the setup going. And 24 hours of preparation finally complete for the big payoff of prayer experience here. To give you an idea of my setup, I have a farming cape to teleport me back to the bank once my inventory is complete. And the thought process here is to get me as close as I can to a bank, but also save an inventory spot so that I can walk up to the spirit tree in the farming guild, teleport to my player-owned house. Perks of getting 95 plus construction. Now I have a spirit tree. I'm going to go ahead and recharge my run energy, and then I have a pendant of the 8s to teleport me to Rallo's Rise, and that can go ahead and get me right next to the temple to bless the new Sunfire wines and continue the grind. I am not sure how much experience an hour I'm going to get, but let's go ahead and fly through these prayer levels and watch the experience rates fly by. I'll see you guys once I have my next level. Important quick update, another collection log and completing the Beekeeper outfit and a little bit of rune crafting experience. So once I hit the 1 hour mark and go over my experience per hour, please take that into account. There was a small stop in the grind, but I'm going to go ahead and continue on getting close to 92. I'll see you guys once I hit it. All right, we are barely 20 minutes into the grind, and I am about to get a level here at 92 prayer. This is going to be the halfway point to maxing another skill. There it is, 92. Super stoked about that. I'm making really great experience per hour right now. I'm going to continue the grind and pushing on. I'll see you guys with 93. Not even 1 hour into the grind, and there it is, our second level so far of this journey. 93 prayer. Flying through these levels, I feel that I can get to possibly 95 before I get off today. So let's see if we can't get to 94 in the next 20 minutes. 30 minutes after 93 prayer, we are about to achieve 94. I'm telling you, these levels are flying by, and the preparation phase is completely worth it. It has definitely paid off. As you can see, my experience per hour over 1.3 million. Unfortunately, the worlds have been a little bit laggy for me. I'm not sure if it's a server thing or maybe just an internet problem for me currently, or just maybe I'm breaking the game with the amount of experience that I'm achieving. Hopefully I don't get reported. But there we are, baby, 94 prayer. This is really flying by. I'm going to easily achieve 95. Oh, and a combat level. I was not expecting that. Level 124 total combat level, only 2 away from maxing combat stats. Loving that. I'm going to go ahead and continue and see if we can't push to 95. All right, getting to 95 prayer really took a toll on my fingers. The amount of tapping that I've had to do the past couple of hours has been intense. Definitely harder than construction. There's some AFK intervals, but it is really paid off. The dopamine hit that you get from seeing these XP rates are just massive. If only you can get this for rune crafting and agility, right? It would be so nice. But albeit 95 prayer, almost 3 million experience gained in this one sitting, I need to hop off for the day because that is an achievement in of itself. And with that being said, that brings us to the end of another mobile maxing adventure on OSRS Mobile. We have really achieved so much in the past couple of days, hitting 2200 total level today, 98 construction, absolutely breaking my bank with prayer, construction, and herblore. So now I am broke and I feel like I just started a brand new account. But the one thing they can't take away from you are your skills. One thing to remember and to keep in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and bank, call it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you saw here today, please hit that like, comment, or subscribe button. It would mean the world to me as we are building the community for OSRS Mobile and my first ever YouTube channel. 2206 total level. Real excited. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.